I got a job I did not apply for. No applications, no interviews, no nothing, like nothing. Just a random LinkedIn DM. Sounds fake, right? I know, but it actually happened, and I'm about to tell you how it did. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another episode of Greatness. If you're new here, my name is Radia, and the name of my channel, as you can see, is Ready Cooks because some people call me Cooks. So anyway, on today's episode of Greatness, we will be talking about how I got my first job. Yeah, first full-time job from LinkedIn without applying. Yeah, I know. Yes, without applying, I got my first full-time legal job. If you don't know, I went to the Nigerian law school. I recently finished from the Nigerian law school, and I I recently finished from Nigerian law school, and I'm currently awaiting my bar result. So yeah, hello CLE. Anyway, so I got my first real legal job. Yes, from LinkedIn without applying. And to top it all, it's now remote. So the funny thing is, I was actually dealing with job interviews, job application. I was deep into job search at the time, and I was also still preparing for the bar exam, right? So I was still at Nigerian law school. I mean, I was dealing with a lot, and I just got a random LinkedIn DM, which I first thought it was a scam, to be honest, because I mean, who wouldn't think it was a scam? Because who applies, like, who sends a person a DM randomly and just asks? Well, I got it, and it turned out to be the realest thing ever. Like, the realest thing ever. You won't believe. So guys, before we move on, I would like to apologize for any background noise because I've tried, to be honest. But my area, I have children. So after closing every windows, closing everything, I still can hear them. So but let's move. Before we move on, let me give you a backstory of, like, let me just give you a backstory. So I graduated university LLB in 2022, and in Nigeria, if you study law, you have to go to Nigerian law school, right? So I'm just trying to give this backstory for anybody that is not a Nigerian or that is not currently in Nigeria, that doesn't really know the system, right? So if you want to be a lawyer, you have to go for a 5 years course in a university for LLB. Then after that, you go for a 1 year course in Nigerian law school, at the Nigerian law school, any of the 7 campuses in Nigeria. Yes. So I finished in 2022, went for NYC because law school refused to give us admission at that time because there was a backlog. So there was a backlog at the time, so we didn't go to law school immediately. So I went for NYC. Then after that, I served at Ibadan. That's a state in Nigeria. Anyway, so after that, I got into Nigerian law school earlier 2024 January. Then I got into Nigerian law school, finished my exam November. Yes, my bar exams November, and that was it. So now that's it. But during Nigerian law school, there was externship period. We had 2 externship periods. There is the court externship and there is the chambers externship. The court is the one where you go to courts to do externship, like an internship basically. So they train you, you see how a court system works in case you've not seen one before. Then that's it basically. And then for chambers, you get trained as well. You see how a law firm is run, you see how, like, just basically the things about law firms. Yeah. So this story I'm going to tell is about happened during chambers externship. Yes, or almost towards the end of chambers externship, to be honest. So at that time I started applying while I was in immediately we started externship. Yes, I started applying to different law firms, top tier firms. Basically, I applied to top tier. I applied to even the ones that are not even top tier, but are like still, up there, right? So I applied, started dealing with applications, started writing assessments and stuff. So I was basically writing more assessments at the time. So and then I think towards the end of extension, when we were supposed to resume school back, I got a random message on LinkedIn. So it wasn't even a direct message because the person wasn't following me and I was not following the person as well. So it was like, oh, the message, the person sent me a message so that I could accept his request, right? So the message reads, oh, I can't really remember, to be honest, but let me just say how, like, the major points of what the message was. It was like, hi Rodia, I was wondering if you would love to work with our startup. Yes, that was what I think, I'm sure. Yes. So that was what he said. And I was like, because it was a request, like I had to accept first, right? So before I now even say, okay, let's chat or something. So I was wondering, I was just like, "Ah, please, number one, I'm not done with law school. Two, I haven't been called. And apart from that, like, I was just wondering because, of course, I wasn't looking down on myself because at least I know my potential and I know what I can do, right? But like, I was just stunned at the fact that the person had to reach out to me because I wasn't done with law school. And yeah, so and I was dealing with law firm issues, right? And I really wanted to work in a law firm. I still do, but that's a story for another day. So like, I really wanted to work in a law firm at that time. So I was applying so hard, but it is what it is. So I applied. No. So I got the message. Yes, I think that's where I stopped, and then I didn't want to respond, to be honest, because I was wondering. Like, I didn't know you, so I checked the person that texted me. I checked his page to even check what startup they are talking about, if it was even a law firm or something. Well, everything I saw on the page was not looking like a law firm. There wasn't any law thing. The person even was a something around sustainable engineering, something, all those climate things. Yes, so that's what the person does. So I was like, and the person is not now even in Nigeria. I was so like confused, but I told my friend, my roommate at that time, I told her, shout out to you, because she actually pushed me. She was like, I should not write it off, that I should still I should. She was just like, oh, that's good, like, the person is not even in Nigeria, now, the way we feel like in this country. So she was like, oh, that's cool, that I should just answer him, like I should just tell him yes. So because we don't know what we are going to, which job we are still going to end up doing, right? So I decided to respond. And even when I responded, I still didn't really know what to tell him, because I didn't know whether to say I wanted to do it, because I was preparing for exams, and to be honest, there was nothing else in my head than that exam. I couldn't think of any other thing at that time. So I was just like, okay. I now messaged, yes, I remember I later messaged a friend of mine. Yes, she's my senior in uni. So she was my senior in uni, and I texted her about it, and she was like, I shouldn't write it off as well, that they are such, like, she doesn't know them, but like, I mean, she believes it's a good opportunity, and we don't know, like, I'm not sure when I would need a particular job, right? So I should not completely write them off. So I kept on, postponing it, and later I texted them, I responded, I told them, oh, I was writing exams and I have to finish my exams, that would be around November, December, right? So that I won't be able to give them a response now, that I need to finish my exams first. So they said, no problem, fine, like, it's cool. So I was like, okay, maybe they're actually serious. So then, the exam, fast forward to November. After the exams, I was still applying. In fact, I wrote some assessments during bar finals. It was that crazy, right? So after the whole thing, then after the exam, I kept on applying to law firms, even the ones that I did not apply to before. I kept on applying. See, around till January, let me say I applied to, at least, those are the ones that I could count at the, like, when I checked my mail, I applied to 55 plus law firms, and that's minus the ones I had applied to that like I applied to on their website. You know, there are some firms that their application stuff is on their website, so you don't have to send them a private mail, right? So there are some that didn't respond, some responded, some we did the test. I even moved to interview stage, but it was crazy. So anyway, so the day that I decided to, just take the bull by the horn and just, stop this whole law firm issues, was the day. I don't know if you guys can remember, I told you a story in my last vlog. I'm so sorry for the background noise. A car is passing and I don't want to pause this video, so please bear with me. So in my last video, I told you guys about a story of when I went for an interview and they told me that the interview was premature and stuff, and it was a top tier firm too. So this firm, after the whole thing, after that day, it wasn't even after, it was actually on that same day, while I was coming back to my state, because I was already frustrated, I just had to message the guy on LinkedIn. So I texted him. I was like, oh, hello, I'm so sorry, I don't know if you guys if the offer is still available for me, but I just wanted to know and let me know what you guys have, like other packages you have in plan for me and what I am supposed to actually be doing, right? So he didn't respond the first day. Then the next day he responded. He was like, yes, that the offer has been available, that I was the one that was still busy, and plus he was also a little busy towards the end of the year, so he couldn't really communicate with me like that. And to be honest, I'm glad that he didn't, because at that time maybe I would have told him, oh, he should not worry or something, because I would feel like at that time there were still applications that were moving forward, right? So I thought, I would have told him maybe no or something. So after the interview, while I was going home, I texted the guy. I think I said that earlier already. Then he responded, and it was just so cool. He was like, no problem, that he's going to call me very soon or something. Then he called me around, because I think I texted him a day before. Then he called me on a Sunday, the Sunday that, like, the next day, because the day before was, I can't remember, but I know he called me on Sunday. So we spoke on Sunday, and it was like, no problem. He told me what the job was about. Like, it was still a legal job. Like, I was working as a lawyer, a legal analyst. Or, well, I am currently working there, so I am working as a legal analyst. So it's still a law job. So I first thought it was a just writing gigs or something, because I write. So I felt like it was a writing gig at first, but I realized it was a law job. So basically I accepted the offer because I was frustrated, but and then at that time I just realized, when he told me about the whole thing, I realized that it wasn't even that that bad. Like, it wasn't that far-fetched from the things I will be doing in a law firm, right? So the only thing is that law firms, they have different aspects of law basically that you would have access to, but this one is just one strict aspect that they deal with, and it's still good. And the company is not even in Nigeria, so it was such a good opportunity, I'm not gonna lie. And I believe God was really in place at that time too, when I got the whole thing, and the fact that I didn't even write them off, because normal me, with the way I really wanted to work in a law firm, I would have said no. But because, like, I don't know, God just was in plan. Yes, it was actually in the works. So yes. And then another thing that I feel like really helped me was the fact that my LinkedIn was working. Like, it wasn't just a dormant page or just a page I dumped there or something. Like, I was constantly updating it, right? Even though, like, at that time I wasn't even really updating like that. I was only posting things that were happening, like random things. Maybe, okay, for instance, when we had our body of benchers dinner, the first, the second, the third. Okay, when I resumed at the Nigeria, I didn't even post when I resumed at the Nigerian Law School. I don't think I posted that, but basically it was just me documenting the events, the professional growths in my career basically. So it wasn't like a big deal at that time, and my page was still good, looking good, right? So, and I feel like that's the major that's one of the major things that positioned me for that kind of job, right? So yeah, I think that's the end of my story. Even though I've already entered the things that I'm not supposed to enter, but like, basically that was it. And it's been beautiful, to be honest, because I work remotely now and I can even do other things, right, while still doing the job. And I work as a lawyer. I am learning so much, I'm not gonna lie, guys. What I am doing at this job, I feel like it takes somebody that really believes in themselves to actually do it. And not only that, to, I don't know, it just takes somebody that really believes in themselves and believes that, to be honest, there is nothing I cannot do. And that's me. That's really me. Like, there is really nothing I cannot do except I don't want to do it. That's what I believe, Sha. Even if, sometimes, I mean, there are things that you can still, but like, majorly, that's my own personal belief that there is nothing I cannot venture into if I want to really do it. So yeah, and it's been a learning curve. Like, it's been a beautiful learning curve, I'm not gonna lie. And everybody is so nice, so cool. Even the partners, the owner of the company, they've been doing well. Like, they are doing well, basically. Yeah, even though the only thing I have to, probably work with is, to be honest, it's really not that bad. I wanted to say, oh, is the time difference, because I mean, our bosses, or my boss, is not in Nigeria. The two people, basically, they are not in Nigeria, the two owners. So, but like, I don't think we've not really been able to, like, it has not been bad. That's my point. Yes, it hasn't been bad. Like, I've not had to probably wake up in the midnight and start making calls. No, 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 no. So it's been really beautiful. And I'm gonna say that, you guys, please, if you've been sleeping on your LinkedIn, do not wake up, please. Like, wake up. It's not that bad. I understand that people do not like LinkedIn. People hate the fact that it's so stiff, it's stressful. Oh, you have to form you don't have to form English. That's one thing people don't know. You really don't have to form any English or something. The normal English that you speak, write what you know in the way you speak. Just make sure that you, at least, you put more effort, so that it doesn't sound very I don't know, you know what I'm talking about. Like, just put just a little more effort, but make sure that you are actually talking about the things you know, so that it will position you for recruiters and stuff like that. So just like that, no long applications, no interviews, no nothing, to be honest, no technical exams, because I don't write exams with this world. I've written so many yeah, no long exams, no nothing, just a DM and a conversation and an offer, basically. Yeah. Not me doing yeah. But to be honest, that's it. And most importantly, sometimes what you think is a rejection is actually a redirection, to be honest. That's how a random LinkedIn DM or message changed everything. And I would say that if you are currently job hunting, or you are just looking for like a change, don't just focus on applications alone. Put yourself out there, create a page for yourself, create something that recruiters can see and say, oh, I know that this person can do this because of this thing that I have seen them build or do on their page. Do you get? So, and then also be open to new roles, because really be open to new roles. Don't be stiff. And let me know in the comment section, have you ever gotten a job in the most random way or in the weirdest way possible? Let me know in the comments. I really want to know. And then also, have you ever, what I really want to know? I really want to know. God, please save me from all these unnecessary accents that is not anyway. Anyway, to be honest, if you've ever gotten a job in the most random way possible or in the weirdest way, please let us know in the comment section. Let us know in the comment section. Let us know in the comment section, guys, because yeah, we need to know other opportunities or other ways of getting jobs, so that at least people that want to, I'm sure my girls and my guys are in the comments, so they will see and they will also learn that, okay, getting a job is not just is not only, should I say only, it's not just in one way, basically. Like, there is no one size fits all for getting a job, right? So please let us know in the comments. And if you are still job hunting, I'm with you guys. Like, I'm really with you, because see, I was once there. To be honest, I was once there, and I think I'm still there, but let's just move on. So seriously, like, if you are job hunting, let me know. Let's just know so that I can know the kind of videos to bring across your way. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to turn on your post notifications so that you get to see my videos first anytime I post or anytime I drop a new post, right? So, and until I come your way next time, I remain Rhodia. Bye, guys.